Once upon a time, Israel begged for a king, and God chose Saul, a humble man who hid among the baggage when called to lead. Anointed by the prophet Samuel, Saul began his reign filled with promise, courage, and the Spirit of God. Under his command, Israel triumphed in battle after battle, and the people rejoiced. But over time victory began to whisper pride into Saul's heart. The humble servant became a proud ruler, more concerned with his image than his obedience. Then came the command that would test his soul. God told Saul to destroy the Amalekites completely, to spare nothing. But Saul disobeyed. He kept the best livestock and spared their king, convincing himself it was all for sacrifice. When Samuel arrived, he heard the sheep bleating and knew the truth. Saul tried to justify himself, but the prophet's words cut through his excuses. To obey is better than sacrifice. That day, God rejected Saul as king. From that moment, Saul's favor began to crumble. The Spirit of God departed from him, and in its place came torment and fear. He was haunted, not by enemies, but by silence. When David, a young shepherd, entered his life and defeated Goliath, Saul's jealousy exploded. The people sang, "Saul has slain his thousands, but David his tens of thousands." And those words poisoned his heart. The once great king now chased shadows, consumed by envy, determined to destroy the very man chosen to succeed him. As Saul descended into madness, he sought answers from the dead, summoning the spirit of Samuel through a witch at Endor. But even the prophet's ghost gave him no hope. "Tomorrow, you and your sons will be with me." And so, on the battlefield of Mount Gilboa, Saul met his end. Wounded, surrounded, and abandoned, he fell on his own sword, the mighty king, undone not by war, but by pride. His crown was taken, his body displayed by his enemies, and the kingdom passed to David, the man after God's own heart. Saul's story is a tragedy not of failure, but of forgetfulness, a warning to every soul who rises high and forgets who lifted them there. For it was never the crown that made him king, it was the heart that once bowed beneath it. And when pride replaced that humility, the crown became his curse.